All right, let's get into it. So, you've probably heard of Cal Newport's deep work, right? But today, we're going to look at it from a completely different angle. I want you to forget everything you know about productivity hacks. We're about to step into a world of myth, of power, of some serious ancient wisdom to really get what it means to focus. This one line, this is what kicks everything off. It's telling us to go beyond just being calm or mindful. This is about an act of creation, a powerful act. It's a challenge, really, to forge something real, something valuable, in the fire of your own attention. But hey, before you can start forging anything, you've got to know the state of your workshop, right? Your mental forge. We have to take a hard look in the mirror first and really diagnose the problem that's messing with all of our minds these days. So here's the absolute key. This isn't about you failing or not having enough willpower. It's a biological siege. As Newport points out, our brains are literally being rewired. Every single notification, every quick scroll, it's like a tiny hit of dopamine. It creates this endless scrolling loop. Our ancient brain wiring is getting hijacked by these little slot machines we carry around with us all day long. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Think about it. Our struggle today isn't some new 21st century problem. It's the oldest story in the book, just wearing new clothes. You know, the sirens from the myths that lured sailors to their doom? Yeah. Well, now they live in our group chats. And the Minotaur? It's on some labyrinth made of stone. It's lurking at the bottom of the infinite scroll. This fight for our focus, it's always been a hero's journey. Okay, so if we're facing a mythical beast, we need a mythical weapon, right? This is where we stop talking about the problem and start talking about the solution. A solution the source calls forging in the volcanic spine. And this redefines the whole game. See, deep work isn't just about managing your calendar better. It's an act of rebellion. It's about breaking the spell of shallow, constant distraction that's trying to turn us into, well, something less. It's this ancient art of creating an unbreakable focus to make things that genuinely matter. So how do we actually do this? How do we forge? Well, you need a ritual, a clear step-by-step process that signals to your entire system, okay, it's time to build. And for that, we have 4 draconic laws to construct what's called the Deep Work Citadel. And let's be clear, this isn't just your office or a quiet corner in your house. The Citadel is a sacred space you build inside your mind. It's a fortress against that siege of distraction, a place where the real fire of focus can actually burn. So what's the price of admission to this fortress? It's a sacrifice of time, specifically 90 to 120 minutes, and that's non-negotiable. This isn't some random number either. It's based on how our brains naturally work. Think about it. The first 30 minutes or so, you're just warming up the forge. The real magic, the real work, that only starts after you've pushed through that initial phase. So here they are, the 4 laws to build your citadel. First up, the sealed vault. You pick one, just one, big, tough cognitive dragon to slay. No multitasking, no smaller prey. Second, as we just saw, the temporal sacrifice, that block of 90 to 120 minutes. Third, and this is crucial, you create a baited environment. You get rid of every possible distraction, every micro-decision, until the only choice left is to do the work. And finally, the step that ties it all together, the transmutation. And this is just a brilliant way to picture that last law. When your time is up, don't just immediately grab your phone. No, stop. Take 30 seconds. Feel that clarity. Acknowledge the focus you just had. You are literally pressing that feeling, that success, into your nervous system, like a seal into hot wax, making it easier to find that state again next time. And this is the real payoff. Look, this isn't a one-and-done kind of deal. It's about consistency. You do this every day, and eventually, focus stops being something you try to do, and it becomes a part of who you are. It crystallizes. It becomes a permanent part of you. Which brings us to the reward. I mean, why go through all this trouble? What's the treasure at the end of all this dragon work? What do you actually get? Man, this line just cuts right through it, doesn't it? It holds a mirror up to us and asks a really honest question. What treasure are you actually collecting, day after day, click after click? And for a lot of us, this is the default hoard, isn't it? We collect these little bits of digital validation, a pile of treasure made of smoke that vanishes the second you look away. It feels good for a second, but it's empty. But the dragon's hoard, now that is different. This stuff is solid gold. It's the skills you actually master, the clarity you gain, the valuable things you bring into the world.
This is a treasure no one can ever take away from you, because you forged it inside yourself.
And maybe the greatest treasure of all is this right here. That hungry ghost inside you, the part that's always craving another distraction, it doesn't just disappear. It transforms. By precisely starving it of what it wants, it eventually bows to you. It becomes this scarred, tough guardian that stands watch at the gates of your citadel, protecting your focus from everything else. So this ritual, the citadel, it's the absolute heart of the whole practice. But it's not the entire journey. Think of it as the first and most important chamber you have to conquer. See, there's a bigger system here. There's a dawn anchor to get you ready for the day and an evening harvest to process what you accomplished. The Deep Work Citadel is the main event, no doubt. It's planting the seed in volcanic soil, but it works best when it's part of a complete daily structure.
And that brings us right here to the real beginning. The theory's done. The ritual is laid out. The only thing left to do is act. So I'll ask you, what is the one tough project, the one difficult task, the one cognitive dragon that you are going to take into your citadel and slay first?